even though this life gets tough, said you gotta keep fighting. And even though it gets hard, it's gonna get hard. You gotta keep striving. But you gotta keep striving. Through the fears and the loss, so the tears won't turn off. No cares, your heart's crying. Yes, hold on to his words. Lean on him, it gets better.
The toughest war you ever face will be domestic. It's elementary, it's been this way for centuries. Cold War was raised against us. Take off them blinders, you will see. That it ain't about them gas prices, it's all about who whip the nicest. All about them deals on bundles, Arrow Fleet don't make them up. Face beating red bottoms, dead beats we hear about them. Fitted up from head to toe, but never had their children's do. Wonder why they dying by the dozens, but it's simple, yo. Just listen. It's time we stop ignoring facts. It's time we take our family back. Fix the root and then attack. Stop making moves without a plan. Control emotions, then we stand. Calling on my kingdom and to come together. Take this land. We gotta fight, our future depends. Get the head back in order, cause that's where it begins. Invest your all into your garden, water the roots to the end. Nurture the family tree and let the fruit feed all men. Just listen.
Even though this life gets tough, said you gotta keep fighting. And even though it gets hard, you gotta keep striving. You gotta keep striving through the fears and the loss.
Welcome to another episode of A Mile in My Shoes, where we ask the question, how can we say we know someone if we've never heard their story? And tonight, hey, hold on, before I say that, I know y'all see the recline in the back. I'm going through them back things, but we ain't stopping what we got going on, man. We have my big brother, the man of many hats, co-founder All for One Foundation, president at Oasis, board member at Habitat for Humanity, a mentor, got the chair at the 100 Black Men, a minister at, it's too many to name, but we gonna get into all that, man. But tonight, y'all, tonight, we get to hear from the man, taking his hat off, taking the suit off, taking the tie off, and we get to hear the story from Josh Edmond on how he became everything he's involved in. He gonna take us through his books. He gonna let us know what's going on with the office that he running from, y'all. Without any further ado, y'all drop some hearts for my big brother, man. What's going on, man?
What's up, brother? What's up, brother?
Nothing much, man. Hey, first of all, I want to tell you, I know how busy you've been campaign season, and you still took the time to break bread with your younger brother. Hey, that says enough right there, man.
Right.
That says enough right there, man.
Yes, sir.
All you got going on, and you soon as I reached out, I'm good. When is it? Not only that, you away on business, and
Yes.
you still
Yes.
take us to the beginning where it all started. Let us know, because the people want to know, and I want you to walk us through this like we don't know you. I don't know you. Let the people know who you are, how it started, how you got involved in everything, and where you are today, man. Talk to us, man.
Man, I told you when me and you talk, humble, that it was gonna be completely transparent and was gonna dive deep. I said, don't send me no questions. I want to be authentic. You know, so I'm gonna go back, bro. I'm gonna go back to where I was about 7, 8 years old.
Let's go.
I grew up in Simcoe Projects, apartment 51.
Wow.
Across the street from Brothers Grocery, was no longer existing, and across the street from the old NAACP building. I'm a project baby, bro. I'm a product of a single mother. I didn't meet my real dad until I was 24 years old. And I was raised by a man that I called daddy, that I got his last name.
Wow.
I'm an Edmond on paper, but I'm an Alexander by blood. When my mama met Mr. Alvin, she was pregnant. She had me while she was in the relationship with him. So he signed the birth certificate. And salute to Mr. Alvin. Alvin raised me as a son, but I didn't know who my real dad was till I was 24 years old. I'm saying, man, look, I'm so tall, but all my brothers short. I got one brother that was kind of tall, but the rest of them short at the time.
Yeah.
And when I was 24 years old, well, when I was 17 years old, I found out that Mr. Alvin was my adoptive dad. And then when I was 24 years old, I found out who my real dad was, Daniel Alexander. So I met my biological dad when I was 24. And from that relationship with my biological dad, he stayed in my life till he died when I was 39. So I had him for 15 years. So I learned to call him dad. First, he was Mr. Daniel. But as the process went on, I learned to call him dad, you know? I did. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you, Humble. I'm going deep. I didn't love him. I didn't love him when I met him. Because I was 24 when I met him.
Ooh-wee.
I was 24 when I met him. I was a high school misfit. I was sold drugs. I had my first kid at 17. Had my second kid at 18. By the time I met my dad, by the time I met my biological dad, I was a dad full time already. So not only did he meet me for the first time, he met 4 grandkids for the first time. But over the
story behind the story.
Huh?
The story behind the story.
The story behind the story. But he was so profound in my life. I'm out there trapping. I'm out doing my thing. Look, Humble, got money, got racks, got money, could go anywhere I want.
Yeah.
He'd always tell me, son, get out the picture and look at the picture.
Somebody drop that. Get out the picture and look at the picture. Somebody type that for me. Get out the picture and look at the picture.
And bro, it's not till he died that I understood what he was talking about. Because
break that down.
I'm in my thugging ways. I'm in my drugging ways. And I'm saying, how the hell can I get out a picture and look at it? But what he was telling me was, get out the surroundings you're in and look back at it to see if that was inducive of what you were supposed to be in life. He said, Josh, I can't give you back 24 years. But as long as I'm here, I can give you the rest. My daddy died on Halloween, bro. I was never a Halloween fan, but I don't like Halloween anyway, because I thought Halloween was a pagan holiday anyway, but even more so, I don't like Halloween.
Yeah.
10 years this past Halloween that my dad had been deceased. But this was what I want to always remember him by, bro. He took care of family, and he made a mistake with me. But he wrote that mistake back. He changed that around, and I go see him in the graveyard probably 4 or 5 times a year. I can't listen to Frankie Beverly and May's song "We Are One" without crying, because every time that song would come on, he would swing out he would dance to that song. "We All One" or "Happy Feelings." If it comes on, I change the channel.
Man,
you know. So from that, bro, I was married. I got married at 17. I grew up apostolic. And I was 17 years old, and my first wife got pregnant. She was my girlfriend at the time. And my parents, my mama's side of the family, and her dad's side of the family was all apostolic.
Yeah.
Apostolic for Doc Duyar Road. So she hid the pregnancy, bro, till she was about 7, 8 months, till she couldn't longer hide the pregnancy no more.
Right, because that wasn't loud back then. Oh no.
So when her mama finally found she was pregnant, her mama called my mama and said, Sister Audrey, April is pregnant for Josh. So they had to tell the pastor. And when they told the pastor, now I'm 17, now mind you, bro. I'm 17 years old. The pastor get up the Wednesday night at church and preach a sermon. It's better to marry than to burn. 3 months later, we was married at 17 with no instructions. just knowing what the scripture said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got married.
Mm-hmm.
When Taylor was 9 months old, my oldest daughter Taylor, my first ex-wife was 3 months pregnant for my second kid.
Yeah.
So me and her stayed together till I was about 19. We split up, went back and forth. Met this next girl. I'm working at UMC and met this next girl. And we was fond of each other.
Mm-hmm.
She proposed to me even though she knew I was going through a divorce. And I told her, yeah, in front of her friends, not thinking it'll go any further.
Yeah.
8 months later, she asked me what's my favorite colors, what's my favorite cake. You know what I'm talking about? What's my favorite meal for a wedding? Before you know it, a wedding was being planned for the second time. And I'm being transparent, bro.
True stories, man.
I'm being transparent.
True stories, man.
My first wife, and look, I'm putting that out there. Look, I'm Humble Joe getting the exclusive. My first wife, we both didn't know nothing about life. We were 17 years old. By the time I met my second wife, I was knee deep in the street. And knee deep in the street for me is a lot because I'm a tall guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
you know?
buddy.
So we get married. We stayed together 19 years.
Whoo!
For 18 years of the 19 years, I had another woman while I was with her. True story. It's in the book. It's in the book. I tell it in the book. The street became my first woman. My wife was the side piece to the street.
Man. How many can tell that story? Whoo!
Now, at the same time, my brother, I was deployed at UL Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
I did all that stuff while I was to UL Lafayette. Got arrested twice for drugs. Had 2 DWIs.
Mm-hmm.
Had a gun charge.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I work at right now? UL Lafayette.
Wow. Full circle on.
Full circle, bro.
Full circle on.
I went to trial. It was offered me 18 years. I walk out of trial that night with 5 years probation. Turn around, Humble. 2 years later, get a letter saying my probation is no longer active. I've been released from probation successfully.
Wow.
My probation officer, Ben Russian, didn't even know what that letter was about.
Yeah.
He said, well, just keep the letter in your glove box, like your insurance papers, in case you get pulled over. That way you can show that to him. Because they had the seal from the Louisiana. Humble, I still ran the streets after that a little while. Even after God has blessed me, and God took me from the like I was like Moses running from Pharaoh with the streets.
Yeah.
He parted the Red Sea, let me get back to the dry land, and know what I did after I got cleared up? I ran back in the Red Sea.
I know that story, man.
I ran back in the Red Sea. I felt invincible. I felt like a dragon. Walking through the club, people moving to the side, people moving from by the bar, and the devil had mind tricked me saying, man, you the man, look how they're moving from you. But when I look back to what my daddy told me about getting out the picture, and look at the picture, those people had sense. They didn't want to be around that negative energy. Yeah. Oh. Look how he looking with his my turn. Look how he walking in there like Iron Chest Charlie. Let us move out of the way because we still want to enjoy our night. Come on, baby, move out the way. Let them get ready. You know, so
felt that before you got to them. They felt it.
Right. So moving along, me and my second wife, we finally called it quits. We divorced. We divorced, bro. In the middle of the divorce, my biological dad died. I moved to Truman.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my current wife, we wasn't messing around. We were just cool. She was almost like a sis. If we would have get any more cooler, she'd have been in the sister zone.
Yeah.
But I went to Truman. She was working nights, and me and my ex-wife was splitting up. We was divorcing. I was renting hotel rooms for 4 or 5 nights at a time because I didn't know where I was gonna land at, so I didn't want to just go get caught up buying me a trailer or getting me an apartment. So I would rent me a room for the whole week, Friday and Saturday, Sunday. I didn't rent no room because I know I'm partying.
Yeah.
I'm laying wherever my shoes fall off at. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
She
sir.
was nice, humble. She gave me a key to our house. She said, "Look, man, you could chill in my house. Nobody in my house at night. Go chill in my house and bring your clothes, wash my clothes." And before you know it, feelings start getting involved. She went from being like a cool chick to my boo.
Yeah.
So one night, bro, she off of work. I go out. I'm with the biker club, hated all of it. You know, we're on them bikes.
Mm-hmm.
I leave about 7 o'clock that Saturday night. I don't come back till 7 o'clock that morning. She see me, she get up, she go to work. On her lunch break, she come home. She bring me some food. She said, "I know you don't want to hear this." She said, "But look, I want you, but I don't need you." She said, "I'd rather have somebody not here than me have to sit up worried about you all night like this."
Yeah.
And at that moment, a woman finally started holding me accountable, bro. I fell in love with my wife I got now behind the accountability that she was putting on me, bro. Because when you got a little boo thing and you know it's not gonna go nowhere, it's a smash and grab. You grab, you smash, and you go. And I'm being transparent. But her accountability, man. I had caught a DWI, my license was messed up. I couldn't get a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
One of her cousins was driving one of our Suburbans. I get back home one day, the Suburban in the driveway. I said, "What's wrong with that? Why the Suburban here?" She said, "My man need a vehicle. You could drive that Suburban."
Wow.
That's for you. My little girl. I get home one day, I hear the little voice of my daughter. At the time, my daughter was like 2, maybe 3 years old. I said, "Man, that sounds like my little girl." She said, "Yeah, your little girl here." I went in the bedroom, bro. She had like about $300 worth of clothes, bro, she had bought for my daughter. So, man, I reached in my pocket, bro. I'm grabbing the money to give her. She said, "Boy, if you give me that money, you don't love me like you say you love me. Because if that's for you, I'm going to buy it for you. That's an extension of you." And she bought, and it just went on, bro. And then Christopher Waters with Peace for MLK started this nonprofit behind my wife losing her son.
Yeah.
The parade, King Center, a day of peace, a day of solidarity, a day of unity, a day of having a dream for positive change. My wife's son was murdered. Running to a fight to stop his little cousin from fighting. The guy that was fighting with the little cousin seen him coming. He started running away from the fight and just turned around with the gun, humble, and just shot one wild shot. One shot, one time. And that was a kill shot. So Chris Waters started the Peace for MLK in the honor of my wife's son. But my wife, they street. They Truman, they street. They said, "John, man, we don't understand no committee. We don't understand no group. You're a boss at UL. Why don't you go sit down at the meeting and see what it was about?"
Yeah.
I sat down at the meeting. I became a board member at the meeting. 2 years later, I'm the president. 2 years later after that, I changed the name to 360 Collective, and that's how the community got started. Christopher Bernard had Man Up, and they had 9 murders in 2015. They had 9 murders in Lafayette in one summer. Christopher Bernard called me. We got on the phone with Shannon Ozan, Denise Jolivet, Elzina Durrell, Benjamin Carter. I said, let's do a peace walk.
Yeah.
We had 1,500 people there. We did the walk. We did we did a peace walk. Then we did 30 days of peace. Janelle Shagway encouraged me to do 30 days of peace.
Yeah.
We walked 30 days in the community at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night against Reggie Thomas' wishes. He said, Josh, you can't be bringing people out there that late at night. You know, there's a risk factor involved. I said, well, look, brother, I ran the streets doing the wrong thing at night. If I'm going to run the streets at night doing God's work, if I die on the battlefield for God, you already know what he's going to say, you know?
I'm good.
We walked 30 days, no murders. Brandon Shelvin called us. Brandon Shelvin, I'm going to tell you, that's how long ago it was. Brandon Shelvin was still city councilman.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Shelvin called us to the mayor's office. At the time, it was Joe Robideau. And Brandon said, I have a proclamation. He said, this is not unity in the community no more. This is the Unity 7. It was 7 of us. Brandon Shelvin gave us the name Unity 7. And from there, it just blossomed, bro. Everybody everybody's part of Unity 7 wound up starting their own nonprofit, wound up getting all kind of positions with the city, in the state, and all became business people and entrepreneurs.
Wow. Wow.
At the same time, brother, we paying light bills. Me and Christopher Bernard, Shannon Ozan, Elzina, we getting together paying light bills, doing grocery, buying school supplies, doing school supply drives.
All facts.
And our light bill wasn't paid yet. We didn't make groceries yet for our house. After the school supply drive, me and my wife in Walmart, that's where Walmart was open 24 hours. Remember Walmart used to stay open till about 5, 6 in the morning, at 1 o'clock getting school supplies for our grandkids and our children. And people seen us in Walmart said, man, Mr. Josh, you buying some more school supplies? I said, no, that's for my kids. They said, well, if you had a school supply drive for the community, why your kids didn't get nothing? Because I was putting the community before my family. And when people was giving me donations, people was coming with a $100 donation, $200 worth of socks, some uniforms, tablets, pencils, and everything like that. And I told my wife, I feel like we're stealing from the community if we give some of that to our kids.
Yeah.
You know, because just because I had it to give to the community, I wasn't in no financial struggle as a man of my house.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still had money in the bank to go buy stuff. So I feel, why would I take this stuff knowing that I had to know what thought to go buy it? Yeah. If I'd have keep, for my grandkids at the time, if I'd have keep 8 sets of school supplies, 8 sets of uniforms, 8 sets of socks, that might be 8 kids that would have missed out that really needed the love. Yeah.
Much respect on that. That's integrity right there, man. That's integrity right there, man.
So now, my daughter-in-law, Jayla Malonzo, myself and my wife, twice a year we feed the homeless quietly. We don't make no posts about it. Word. My daughter Taylor Robinson, she's 30. She just made 30. She's been appointed to the Affirmative Action Committee for the state of Louisiana quietly. Yeah. I'm saying it for the first time on your show. My son Damian Edmond will be announced as a Parish Proud Ambassador probably by mid-July through the Stellar Foundation. So my kids seen my work. My kids seen what I've been doing. And at one time, they didn't like it, Humble.
They felt like you was
call me. They felt that I was putting the community in front of them. But I said that was my passion, man. Hey, Humble, you know, I'm gonna put it like this. I said I wasn't gonna go biblical on this live feed, but I will. When the people took the blind man to Jesus, and they was expecting a miracle to be done right there in front of their eyes, and they said, God, Jesus, this man been blind all his days, but what Jesus did, Jesus took him away from the people. He took him out of town, and he spit. He did something so nasty. He spit on the ground, made some mud, and touched him on his eyes. And he asked that man, what do he see? He said, I see men as trees walking. All right? Now, in the natural mind and in the natural eyes, they would say the miracle was already done.
Yeah.
Because he's seen men as trees walking. But the God we serve knows that men ain't supposed to look like trees, and trees ain't supposed to be walking, because trees are supposed to be rooted. So he again, and he was made whole. And bro, my very first sermon I preached when I got ordained was called The Power of the Second Touch. Because he touched me the second time, bro. I called it the second time. You know, you see, some people they got two type of people, the sooner or later. Some people get it soon. I got it later.
I was a later, man.
Bro, I started doing community work at 39. I'm 47. All right. Now my body of work is deep because I'm boots on the ground. But if I would have been doing that at 29,
yeah,
25. But what he did, he made me walk through that jungle.
Yes, sir.
I had to learn the language.
That gave you the passion for the people.
Right. I had to learn the language. I had to know the struggle. I had to know the side effects from different drugs. Understand what I'm saying? Yes, I had to know that sometimes, I had to know sometimes, bro, we go to mental health problems temporarily.
Yeah.
Look, every year at MLK Day, I get in a panic. You know why I get in a panic? Because that's the year anniversary of the death of my wife's son. So she's going to like a shell. So I got to come up with the right words every year around the MLK Day.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I can't tell her the same thing I told her last year. You know what I'm talking about? So every year my wife going to a small temporary mental health crisis because
it's trauma, man.
It's trauma. And look, bro, as mentors, you're a mentor, I'm a mentor. As mentors, we gotta find a safe place for people to come talk to us. And I ain't talking about a building. I ain't talking about a church. I ain't talking about a house. I'm talking about in the heart.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about the heart, bro.
That's number one.
The heart, bro. And look, we have to disrupt. We gotta disrupt the problem and find the solution.
Talk about it, man. When you say disrupt, let's talk about that, man.
It's supposed to be solution solving. Yeah. And look, bro. I told a guy, I said, man, watch. He said, behold, how good and pleasant it is when brothers dwell together in unity. Yes, I had a friend that would throw that all around all the time. But if you're dwelling together in unity doing the wrong thing, that's not good and pleasant. If you're robbing people, if y'all go together, y'all five, y'all scoping out a place to rob. Y'all in unity, but it's not good and pleasant.
Not good and pleasant.
So we gotta disrupt. We gotta disrupt the problem.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, humble. And I feel, bro, that right now in this society, in this culture,
yeah,
times have evolved. What me and you learned at 20, they're learning at 10. What me and you did at 25,
yes,
did a master.
It's a whole different world right now, man.
Hey, bro, 100 bands to me and you at 30 is a bucket list. They got it at 21. They got it already. Having 5 pair of Jordans in my closet was a bucket list. They got one to wherever number we at. You know?
So
hey, look, bro.
I'm coming with my first question, man.
All right.
With you being in touch with the community so deep, what do you feel needs to be done, or what do you feel that works best for us in the community as far as coming together to bring that peace and stop a lot of the chaos and drama that go on? What have you seen over the years that actually work? Because you've seen a lot, man.
Hey, look, humble. Hey, look, we diving, and this may step on some toes that when they hear it.
Uh-oh.
We have a disconnect with our youth. Humble, I'm 47 years old, humble. And sometimes when we have these Stop the Violence meetings, I'm the youngest one in the room. Humble, we can't have a meeting at 5:30 in the afternoon and expect to get them. Hey, look, if you want to meet with them, we got to find a concerned citizen in the trouble in the hood.
Yeah.
Have that meeting in the hood.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of going in the hood at 10:30 at night. And let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. Some pastors may frown what I'm about to say.
Come on, man. We keep it raw and we keep it real here, man.
I'll go in the middle of the Azalea Park, Macomb, Fightonville, and whatever they like, whatever they want. If they're drinking some wine coolers, if they want some barbecue, I'm gonna bring a 12-pack of wine cooler and some pork steak and some hamburger buns, and I'm gonna sit down with them and let them be where they at. We gotta meet them where they are.
Meet them where they at.
They can't meet us where we at, bro, because we already got it, bro. We gotta go meet them. We gotta take off what we know and go meet them where they at with non-judging eyes.
Yeah.
I told the police department, I said, look, when we did the police walk in the neighborhoods, I said, I'm gonna walk with y'all in Truman. We gonna walk with y'all in Fightonville. We gonna walk with y'all in the Zip. But if them bars smoking a joint in their driveway, man, maybe can't arrest them.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone for a day.
They're gonna think I'm snitching. I'm setting them up. So we gotta meet them where they at, bro.
Man.
And let me tell you something else, bro. We lost a lot of programs over the last couple of years. We lost our parks. We lost our park and recs programs. There's a lot of programs that we don't have anymore. We don't have the JTPA programs. We don't have major companies sponsoring us anymore. And I tell my people, man, they cry about we don't have no businesses on the north side of town, but these business people do like sports. All right, let's say LSU won the championship game. You best believe they had a scouts from every college. I mean, every NFL team had a scout at LSU game when them Boss won the championship. Fact. They're all scouting. So when Top Golf, when Dave and Buster's, when Bucky's all came on the north side to do some surveying, and they go there and they all buy the property or they all make the deal. These people count rooftops of homeowners. They look at the crime statistics. They look at the grade of the high school and the middle school. All right. They look at the unemployment rate. They look at the crime sheet. They look at the death. And if all those things are in the red, they're giving the green light, bro.
Man.
They gave us a green light, bro. I told me and Lawrence Levi was talking. Matter of fact, this morning I'm in the airport in New Orleans at like 2:00 in the morning. Lawrence Levi passed me in the airport too. We both was getting on a separate plane. But like I told Lawrence Levi this morning, she said, Jay, what's next for the community? I said, we need to get rid of the adjudicated minds and the blighted hearts.
Break that down for us regular folks, man.
All right. When something is adjudicated, that means the house is boarded up, nobody living in it, it's falling apart. They got homeless people sleeping in it. The grass is tall and everything like that. And it becomes a nuisance to the neighborhood that it's in. It brings the property value down. It invites prostitution. It invites homelessness. And people say adjudication is bad for a neighborhood. But what about your mind? What about the blight of the heart? You got 10 transmissions in your front yard, but you want somebody to come move in the house. We got pit bulls on chain.
We gotta care for.
We gotta care for ourselves, bro. And another thing, humble. We gotta stop worrying about what other people is doing or not doing. I made a promise with my foundation, the All for One Foundation. My slogan is called Answering the Call. Community, advocacy, love, and literacy. If somebody called me and said, Josh, I need my light bill paid, look, call Chris Bernard or Smile, they'll do that. Josh, I got some girls I need some mentoring and everything like that. Call Tanya Bolden Ball, call Chad or Jennifer Landry, that's their thing. I'm not gonna try to jump in there. The wheel is already invented.
Yeah.
Use that resource. Josh, our house burned down, Josh. We need some mattresses, we need some household chemicals. Well, look, now you're talking my language. Josh, we need to pay an elderly person in the house. She's 65 years old on a fixed income. You're talking my language. Josh, we need a mini library. You're talking my language. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to do what Tanya Ball do.
Y'all hear that, folks? That's the same, man.
I'm not gonna do what Chris Bernard do. I'm not gonna do what Shauna Sides. Shauna Sides got the Bully Box Project, Bully Box Passion Project.
Yeah.
And when I first heard of Shauna, I said, and I told her that. So I'm saying right now, I told her to her, I said, Shauna, I didn't understand you at first. I said, why you got a Bully Box Passion Project and you come off like a bully on social media? But until I sat down with her and look, and heard her heart, not heard her mouth, heard her heart. She's the voice of the voiceless.
Yep.
She's the voice of the voiceless. So I understood that, sister. So when you got some things that's coming out, I called her on a personal issue about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
She took care of it. Easy like that. Because
that's how it gotta be, man.
Look, I'm the community leader. And I had a personal issue that my family needed me to do. But that's not my forte. Look, look, Big Cuz got it. But I gotta call somebody. It's still gonna get done. Big Cuz got his hand in it, but it got done through Shauna.
Yes, sir.
You know? So
now take us a walk as far as exactly what's going on with your campaign, what you're running for, and tell us what that's going to entail, man. Because look, I like that part of it, man. That's the part I want to know. Tell me what you're running for. Tell me what that's going to entail. Tell me your plans, man.
I'm running for School Board District 3 in Lafayette, man. The election is October 14th. Early vote is September 30th through October 7th.
Yes, sir.
My brother, I never planned to run for politics. I was good with what I'm doing. But God has been preparing me for this journey. And I got 3 words as for my platform. They said, Josh, what's your platform? Discover, develop, demonstrate. And if I gotta break it down deeper, discover. We gotta discover what the needs are, what the problems are, and what resources is needed to move forward with the kids.
Yeah.
Once we discover those resources, the programs, and the solutions, we need to develop them.
Yeah.
So, and after we develop them, Humble, we go to the demonstrate. We demonstrate it.
Yeah.
And then if it all fails, I got a bonus D. It stands for depend. Depend on God.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Shay? I see Shay on there, man. That's my dude, man. I produced Shay's last album.
Hey, that boy got some fire music, man.
Yeah, got some fire, man.
Ooh.
Got some fire. But the school board seat, my brother. The school board seat, bro, is in my district. It's gonna be just 4 schools: J. Wallace James, Alice Boucher, Live Oak, and Truman Montessori. And when I seen that I had just 4 schools in my district that was elementary, K through 5, I was reminded of the scripture that said, "Train up a kid the way he should go, and when he get older, he should never part from it." And we got to understand that in our culture today, in our society, brother, our future lies within our kids. Humble, your son might be what, 14 now?
12.
12. All right.
He getting
so your son 12. When you and Bree in your 50s, you're expecting him to have the best education he can have, right? As technology improves, as the knowledge of the world improves, many more scientists discover new ideas and new things. We should be our education level should be matching our kind of countries, bro. We should be matching China. We should be matching Russia. We should be matching Germany. Understand what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
We're a super nation, but we fell in education.
We got Charles Spriggs made a comment. Our kids need you on that board, man. Yes, sir.
And I claim it. I claim it, and I thank you, Charles, for that. But I want to tell you this though. More than the kids, the generation after these kids, because these kids that's coming up now will be grandparents and mothers and fathers at one time of their life. So we got to instill with them right now, because we got to break these generational curses, bro. And education in the Black community is a generational curse, because I seen some families, but they had a little girl that graduated, bro. Her mama had 6 kids. Her oldest brother is 30. She 18, and she said she's the first one to graduate high school in her family. In this day and time, bro, I can understand in 92, 95, 88, 79. But in 2023, you got 5 other siblings. The oldest one is 30. So from 30 to like 22, you're the first one to graduate in this modern era with technology.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? We're using our guys as football jocks and basketball jocks during the season, and then once the sports is over, we're not playing them no more. Yeah. Or we taking our kids, and I'm sorry I'm gonna say it, we're taking our kids and we're doing the majority minority thing and school of choice. So now we're taking kids as zone for the 70501 district at like Northside, MP Malls, Carencro High, and then we're bringing some of these kids going to them other schools and winning championships, but come back to a neighborhood that's underserved.
Yeah,
they got the frame, they get raised up high, the ice chest get dumped on them. They're the player of the game. They got the game ball, they got the championship ring. But going back home to poverty after that. Going back home where there's 3 people in a bedroom.
Hey, that's real life.
And he got to put his ring on the dresser.
That's real life.
Don't know how it go. He got to go hide his jury. Oh, we got a kid we got in YCP that we working with him in YCP, my brother. He doing good in YCP, about to graduate, top platoon, and the platoon as a platoon leader. But we go back home just to encourage the mama that he's coming home. But see, the mama way of life is not conducive to what he's been trained to.
Yeah.
He got the Malcolm X syndrome by any means necessary. So he graduated top of his class, charged in 2 months because it's broken, and he tried to see his mama had that to knock on my door, Humble Joe, and tell me, Mr. Josh, I can't go in the graveyard because the grass too tall and I'm scared of snakes and rats, but I want to put some flowers on my mama's grave for Mother's Day. So I go put the flowers on the grave, Humble, and I'm being completely transparent. I go put the flowers on the grave, and I walk away 15 feet and look back to see if the flower's right. I can't see the flowers no more because the grass taller than the flowers I put on the grave. Understand what I'm saying?
We gotta do better, man.
And I tell him the neighborhood need to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
He said, Josh, that's a graveyard, that's a neighborhood too. It's underground real estate. People, they're not in the life form, but that's a grave. That's real estate.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And a lot of things, brother.
It's a lot.
In order for them to respect us, Humble, we gotta show them that we worthy of being respected.
Yes, sir. That's the harsh truth.
Show them that we worthy. Me and Sean Bernard do some stuff. Sean Bernard called me, Josh, I got this stuff going on. I ain't got time to do it, man. You want to meet these people? Meet these people. People tell me, Josh, we like what you're doing in the community. We want to partner with you for 62 events. Not one event. We want to do 62 events with you.
62.
Sean Bernard called me and gave me that play. So what you think I do? I do 62 events on the day 5 so far. We do 9 events a month. And some of that stuff doesn't even go on social media. Because we try to stay humble with it.
Yeah.
I called Lucian. I said, Lucian, look, there's some people I know they're hungry. That little organization trying to do some food. Well, Josh, just 5 cases of chicken. Lucian come down. I said, Lucian, what's going on with all that extra stuff? Josh, I don't want to just eat chicken if I was hungry. I need some rice and some little pork and bean too.
Yeah.
Hey, it go from a case of chicken.
It blows my mind.
To plate.
It blows
lunches. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yeah.
I said it blows my mind how much y'all do and people don't really hear about it.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna blow your mind right now, bro. This year, I graduated from Lee, Louisiana. For 9 months, I went to every city in the state of Louisiana to learn their policies and procedures, to sharpen me up to make my campaign announcement.
Yeah.
I got 14 kids in Humble. I want to invite you and your wife, you and your queen, to my class. That's one of my guest speakers. I teach life skills for reentry program for the courthouse. I got 14 young men in my class from the age of 21 to 51. I graduate my first class in 6 more weeks. I got certified through the Department of Corrections as a volunteer mentor to go to any prison in Louisiana at any given time to go be a coach or a blessing to somebody. I graduate in 9 more weeks again from the academy. I'm in the academy right now. And right as we speak, I'm a delegate in Las Vegas. The 100 Black Men of America send me all expense paid and set my flight. They got me housed at Caesar's Palace for 5 days, paid my registration, paid me a stipend. It only costed me $320 out of my pocket to come to Las Vegas for 5 days to learn more stuff about the education.
Right.
And then I'm graduating from the academy, and I still work at UL Lafayette. I got 6 years, and I have 30 years at UL Lafayette. I'll be 53 years old with 30 years fully tenured, and I can retire at 53 and get a check up of about $6,000 a month the rest of my life.
I gotta ask this question because right now, from listening to your story, listening to where you come from, listening to the battles you struggle with, overcame, there's no excuse for anybody. You walk in proof.
None, bro. None,
You
bro.
you walk in proof of if your mind is focused on achieving something and your heart is to help the people.
Hey, look, Humble, when I get back, I'm gonna make sure you get a copy of this book. My first chapter in my book is called Excuses. Excuses. And look, I write about, look what I say about excuses. Excuses, 99% of failures come from people who have the habit of making excuses.
Period. This is another thing that I want to offer. I'm glad you opened the door for that. You know, I've been with the people, with the youngsters, big brother. If at any time you need me for anything for them youngsters, call me and I'm coming, man.
It's funny you said, bro, because I was gonna ask you when in my closing, July 15th at the Bellion Park in the Zip. We're doing project choices. We got 26 juveniles from Judge Bro Court that's falling short on truancy and having drug abuse problems. They're gonna be in the Bellion Park July 15th from 8 to 12. We're gonna do obstacle courses with them.
Yeah.
Do conflict resolutions with them.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make them sweat. This is our second time doing this, you know, with them.
Yeah.
That's with Elder Earl LeBlanc and with the 100 Black Men.
What time? That's
my 14 students in my class is coming to lend support to the group. My YCP graduate that I was talking about from YCP, who's 17 right now, is coming to lend support. Now we got Humble Joe coming to lend support.
Hey, I'm in there, man. Hey, you've been seeing me for years. That's my heart and my passion, man. Period.
July 15th.
Hey, what time?
8 a.m.
8 a.m.? I'm in there, man.
8 a.m. We go till about 11:30, 12 o'clock. We feed them, and after that we dismiss them.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna bring my big barbecue pit that day. Some of my students go barbecue. Some other students could be engaging with the games, and we're gonna get 2 or 3 people to talk to them, you know.
I'm with that, man. I'm with that, man. So, big brother, closing out for us. If you could tell, if you could tell your community anything, because we all listening at this moment, what would you tell us?
Right. Absolutely, bro.
As a whole, what would you tell us at this moment as a
8
whole?
o'clock, 8 a.m. Hey, do Breezy still mess with that mental health?
Yep.
Do your wife still do mental health?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? I think he breaking up. Can you hear me? Hold on. Give him a second, folks.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
I would tell my community two things, man. We must fix education. We must fix education, man. And this is the thing. Life is an open book. If you're in school and they give you an open book test and you failed, that means you didn't open the book.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many of us with answers
Mm.
that's afraid to give the answers because we think they're gonna pass us up. Hey, bro, all the guys I'm a mentor to, I pray that God let them pass me up, because when they pass me up, I know I was successful in what I did. Too many of us is holding back on giving the answers because they're scared that we're gonna be more than who they are.
Ooh, you just said a mouthful with the help.
So that's what I would say. And I would say to the ones that's boots on the ground, that's discouraged, give yourself some grace and mercy.
Mm.
Give yourself some grace and mercy. Because being on the battlefield is not an easy task, man. It's not an easy task being on the battlefield. You know, I see Terica Smith, the one that's doing all the real estate stuff, man. She's doing big things, man. And some people will say, well, man, she's putting everything on Facebook. Josh, you put everything on Facebook. That's not a bragging moment. That's a motivation and encouragement moment, because if you knew my story, you would understand the glory.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Look.
You said, Josh, you could afford yourself to move out of Truman. But if I move out the hood, who I'm helping in the country?
Mm.
I want my next neighbor not about a mile away from me.
Yeah.
I gotta pass, bro. I gotta be one with the people, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Humble, I want to tell you this. A mile in my shoes. God, I know God gave that to you, man. I think he reached 50 episodes, 50 podcasts like last week or 2 weeks ago.
We almost at 80.
Hey, bro, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing, because Humble, you are a life to people that's all right. Let me rephrase that. Just because you're alive don't mean you're living.
Mm.
And you breathing life into the living that's walking dead. So keep doing what you're doing, bro. I appreciate what you and your queen doing. Humble, I've been a fan of you, man. Every time your music drop, I always inbox you for the catalog. And
hey, been that way forever, man.
Yeah, bro. So, man,
and look,
doing that, man.
Big
keep
brother,
doing
my
that,
wife
man.
does do the mental health. She still do the counseling. She still do the therapy. She still do all of that, man.
But I met your wife at the King Center at a mental health.
Big brother keep freezing on me. He out there in Las Vegas, y'all. Y'all gotta thank y'all for bearing with us tonight too, man. Look, he still rock with us, even though he on business, and I gotta give him appreciation for that, man. Big brother froze out. Shake back, big brother. Y'all drop some hearts for big brother Josh Edmond for coming through and sharing with us his story. I did not know his story was that crucial, y'all. I did not know his story was that crucial, y'all. Like, these miles in individual shoes is blowing my mind. We don't ever know how much people go through, how much they overcome. Look, I appreciate his story. I appreciate his testimony. Shout out to everybody that came tonight. Man, Look, my pops say he would love to come through. Oh yeah, pops, we got to make that a mission. Y'all, this brother is running for district. I believe it was 3. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Support that brother. Give him y'all vote. His heart is for the people. I've been seeing this man for years and years and years and years, helping the community. Like he said, boots on the ground, loving on the people, giving back to the people. I didn't see him. I didn't see his heart. And I'm glad he continued to excel and continue to do things and further his mission and his influence to be able to help the people in the community. And if he ever give me that chance, like I said, if he called me, I'm coming. Y'all, if you know me, you know that's my passion. You know I love the people. I love the kids, especially. And if there's anything I could do to help them, I'm in there. Again, I thank everybody for tuning in. Hold up. We got it right there. Joshua Edmond for School Board District 3. Yes, sir. I thank y'all for bearing with me because, like I said, he was in Las Vegas. His internet was a little choppy, but we made it through there. He made a lot of good points, a lot of strong points. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for rocking with me in the recliner too as well. Look, y'all pray for me that this back straighten up too, y'all. In the name of Jesus. I love y'all. We rocking out with a song. The name of his books. Look, I'm gonna get all the names of everything and I'm gonna post it on this live on Facebook. I'm gonna go and get it and I'm gonna get them to post all of that for us. We're gonna rock it out with a song. And look, we will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, the young lady that's coming on, she reached out. I reached out to her on TikTok. She does a podcast, and matter of fact, she reached out to me and she saw one of the videos, the clips on TikTok, and she said she wanted to come and share her story. She said she has an amazing story of overcoming too, and I'm gonna wait till tomorrow so y'all can hear about that from her. But we're gonna have her come on, and it's gonna be the first time I'm actually getting to talk to her. Y'all gonna get to see her tomorrow too. So y'all keep tuning in, y'all keep sharing, y'all keep loving and keep giving, and we gonna keep walking a mile in these shoes. I love y'all. Stay up, love on somebody, be appreciative of everything that you have. I know we out here fighting that fight of faith. Look, don't give up, y'all. Love when y'all loved ones. God got it, man.
So the tears won't turn off. No, he hears your heart's cry. Hold on to his words. Lean on him. It gets better by and by.
And to my queens, I see y'all in a different way. It's more to y'all than posing pictures on your Facebook page. God giving power to uplift a man, to make a slave, speak life into our dreams, or tear us down and watch us fade away. Know your position, cause you're vital to the family structure, no replacing any mother. Careful how you treating love. Elegant, heaven sent etiquette is like no other. Her love is better than buttered biscuits right out the oven. Know who you are, don't let this world define. Shape or mold you, God's daughter, queen of nations. There's no box to ever hold you. Life creator, womb protector, heaven sent. Love injector, backbone, best gift ever, worth more than hidden treasure. I speak life, cause this world is trying to turn you cold. Replace that heart of stone with flesh. We need your love to make us whole. Take back your crown and hold us down. Together, we won't fold. Get back to love how God intended. Change to make this family.
Even though this life is tough, said you gotta